All right, welcome to a restorative class we have put together. And my name is Cecil Zeringue with Empower Yoga in Houma, Louisiana. And we'll need some props that you probably have at home. The blocks, if you have two blocks, great. If you don't, you can find Tupperware or things that might be able to substitute for a block. It's not necessarily. It's not necessary. And nowadays we have the more firmer pillows. I would recommend something that has a little more support than your normal soft pillow. And then also 3 blankets. And always adapt. Do what you can with what you have. So I'm going to create a little incline by rolling up 3 blankets and stacking them up into a pyramid shape. So we got 1 and 2 as a base. And then the third row is going to stack in between them. Right. Using your pillow, I'm going to create a little incline. Your seat's going to go right here at the edge of that pillow. And hopefully your heart will kind of lie in the space on the pinnacle of the pose. You don't have to have these blocks, but I love using the blocks into a Supta Baddha Konasana, which is bound angle pose. So the feet come together like butterflies, the soles of the feet, and wedge the blocks between the upper thigh and the sides of the hips. And recline back and allow the palms to face the sky. Spend your time to adjust to what feels right, because we're working with, I say, new props. And if you want to put something underneath the back of your neck, you can as well. Maybe there's a weighted bag or something you can put on top of the lower ribs, would feel really nice. Just soften, allow your muscles in your face to relax. Draw your chin towards your chest as the back of the skull lengthens. And draw your breath into the lower navel center. Inhaling, filling up. And exhale. bring the hands to the outer thighs, draw them together. Bring the right elbow into the side body and roll over to your right hand side into fetal position. Just a moment. Lower the left hand down. Then rise back up. Move the pillow off to the side. And the blocks as well. In this pose, we really just need one blanket and bring it 3/4 way down the mat. Legs are going to be straight. Bring the tip of the lower ribs down to the ground. Arms into cactus. And touch the toes together as the heels go a little wide. A little heart opening pose. Maybe call it a fish pose. Try to relax the legs. Let the back thighs soften down towards the ground, towards the earth. Now slowly step your feet in. Lift the hips up and slide down just about an inch or two. Not 4. Let's say 2 inches. Now lower the hips back down. You could change the position a little bit. This time bring the palms to the sky and the arms near your side a little bit. And if you want to elongate the legs again, draw the back ankles down. Gently touch the tips of the big toes together. Gently slide the heels inward. Create a stability with the feet, soles of the feet on the ground. Gently activate. And if you want to slide down a little bit, where you're in your mid back, and let the hip bones, the sits bones magnetize down, so in the lower thoracic spine. And this time interlace the hands and put it right on put the thumbs to touch right at the bottom sternum and the palms of the thumbs on the lower ribs. Just feel that it's moving towards the hip bones. And the shoulder heads are widening and moving towards the ground. Back of the skull lengthens. And if you want to extend the feet again, you can. And step the feet inward. Lift the right arm above your head. And roll over to your right hand side. Now, you may only need this one blanket here. We're going to do side lying pose. You can make the little pyramid pose with the 3 blankets or leave one. That's a preference. I'm going to try with 3. And again, I'm going to put it probably higher up on the right side than the left, because I have a little curvature in my spine. And then you thread the right arm under, and then the pillow could be used. I like to bend the right thigh onto the ground and then extend the left leg, and the right hand can reach over for a block, wall to the ground. So really getting some time into moving the ribs into different directions, allowing the breath to maybe go into different areas of the lungs. See if you can directionally breathe instead of the left lung. Try to directionally breathe into the right lung, to the corners. Breathe into the back of the lungs, to the upper lungs. Slowly draw the left arm in and rise up, and we're going to switch sides. Lower the left hip down to the ground. Thread the left arm under. Left ear reaches the pillow. And right hand onto block, wall, or the ground. So, and this side, I like to go a little lower with the support. This way, knowing whatever kind of curvatures you have um, will help you in adjusting and modifying your practice. Slowly draw the right hand in. Where the head and shoulders become the last thing to rise up. Move into a tabletop for a moment, just kind of cat and cow. And I'm going to move into a child's pose. Several ways we can do this. I want to take a roll under the back of my knees and bring it way up in the calves. As tight as I can get the roll into the back of my knees, the better. Knees out wide a little. Take the second roll, unroll it, and then just kind of roll it up a little bit. And this one's going to be different for everybody depending upon the flesh you have in the front side. I think the thinner you are, the more you roll it up. I don't need a lot. Well, that's what comes with age, I guess. And then blocks or Stonehenge props you can put here for your forehead to rest. So anything to prop up. It can even be a chair, seat. But this version of child's pose I really like because this roll helps release the back of your calves. Also has the shoulder stretch part of it that you can't sometimes get, or it's difficult to get in regular child's pose. And then also having this other blanket creates space in the forward fold of the child's pose. So all of these points of references heightens specific sticking points in this pose. It's not an easy pose to do, but it's very beneficial. And once you get in here, can you dissolve, where's your sticking points in this pose? Sometimes it's the top ankles, the shins. Let the hands even dangle a little bit. I want you to rise up a little bit and take the blanket behind your calves and lower just an inch. So you're just going to change it up a little bit, and you're going to feel a different sensation on the calves. So it's kind of working down the calves. If you're not feeling it, maybe you went too far down. It's just slight in the movement of the position of the roll. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no perfect position in the pose. But the modifications and the slight alterations can oftentimes lead to the biggest changes and differences. Again, now slowly just shift that blanket down another inch. If you want to bring the hands into prayer, thumb knuckles into the skull. And then slowly bring your hands up and rise up. Move the pillow and just this blanket off to the side for a moment. All right. All right, for this next pose, we're gonna have the 3 rolled blankets and the pillow and 2 blocks. We're gonna use this pillow to support our feet, tops of the ankles. Comme ça. And then we're gonna have the half rolled blanket here. This is gonna go to support the hip bones and the inner creases of the hips. Recline down like in crocodile. This blanket might be needed underneath the chest, underneath the arms. It really depends on your shape. The third blanket is going to support your forehead and the elbows. And finally, the 2 hands can go on bricks, on the ground, spider finger, even a wall. So the knees should be gently relaxed, not feeling a ton of weight upon them. And this is a prone Shavasana. Maybe even call this a crocodile version. But it's almost like you're floating here, like a Superman pose. This is how Superman sleeps when he's flying around the city. Relax your face muscles and lift your head up and kind of press the forehead towards the eyebrow space. Kind of creates a little bit more of a calming effect. Slowly lift your head up and bring the hands underneath you and draw the, let's do this. Bring the blanket you're using for your head and put it underneath your left knee for half frog. Cross your forearms. Rest the forehead on the forearms. And gently lift your head up. I'm going to bring the blanket over to the other side. Straighten the left leg. And open up the gate. Support the 90-degree bend with the right leg. If you feel inclined, you can turn the head facing opposite of the extended knee. Not necessary, only if it feels inviting. So relax the pit of the belly. And then slowly lift your head, revolve it back to center, and draw the hands into the lower ribs. Lift the right knee, press up and back. Thank you for joining me in this restore practice. Hope you can bring a little bit more ease and joy into your life, no matter what around you is presented. Um, Not necessarily the things that happen to you, is what you make of it, right? Thank you. Namaste.